So I will tell you what all, have a recap what all happened this weekend, because I really want to focus, like each time I come up with like a theme.
Yeah.
So this will be like our grand picture, because we are kind of transferring from summer to fall.
Oh yeah,
fall, right? Like, so essentially it's like almost start of harvest season. So what I learned in summer and stuff.
Yeah.
Energetically, there was a portal that opened July 1st, and it ended 8/18/2019.
Okay.
And it's an energy portal of a tree.
Okay.
And literally, see, I'm going to tell it in my way. I don't know how to transfer it to your way, because I'm so out of whack anyway. But you guys kind of get it.
Yes.
So what was the theme was, I have a spirit mother.
Okay.
And her name is Lakshmi, abundance goddess. Come on in.
Okay.
And so she gave me to be babysat by this tree portal.
Okay.
And so he puts me in his left pocket. It almost looks like I look like a mycelium, like, the fungus that's wrapped in a little thing, and he puts it in his pocket. And I went to the temple.
Okay.
So in the temple, right, like I was looking, I didn't know it was the energy portal was the male deity.
Okay.
So when I was there, he was wearing this robe. See, like how this shimmering thing looks like.
Okay, yeah.
This was his robe, and in energy, I saw him white, and I assumed it was a girl.
Okay.
But only the temple I found, it's actually a male version.
Okay.
So he literally put me on his left thigh. She usually lets me sleep in her left thigh.
Okay.
So she'll like at night she'll say, "Don't worry, your concern is my concern." Kind of like that's how I got it.
Okay.
This happened in 2001.
Okay.
And because I was going through a very tough time in energy, and so like whatever I speak like looks like out of norm, right? like I would be put it in mental asylum if I say it like publicly these things.
Yeah,
but this is how I connect with higher selves, like my higher energy who are my guides.
Yeah.
And so she gave me to be babysat, and only afterwards I learned that he comes once in 40 years to do tours. And in India, they call him Ati Varada, meaning Ati means big,
Okay.
but it could also be pronounced as Hasti, which means elephant.
Okay.
So I don't know the understanding, but the way she said was Gajapati, and so she threw me my energy to him, and he caught it and he put it in his left pocket. And only after I went to the temple, I realized that was her mate. And she is considered riders of elephant. And so she jumped up the elephant and she flew, wherever she was going. So when a patient gave me this, it kind of made sense to me. And her ornament, she has a white umbrella with flat top. So when I came across, this in Block Island, I took it.
Okay.
So my husband bought the toe ring, which kept on snapping. So I kind of want to honor every piece. This is my previous teacher's Key of Solomon for abundance. And on the back, he wrote, expires March 21st, 2006.
Oh, wow.
I thought he was playing me. And that's the previous teacher, Master Chawakuk Sui.
Okay.
And he said, can I have it back? He said, not have it back. I registered his website because he was teaching us Arhatic Yoga, highly synthesized human being. So I registered arhaticyoga.org.
Okay.
So when I went, I have no idea about this guy, okay?
Right.
But in energy, it kept on jumping, and he said to me, please come attend my program. It was $700 in New York. I said, you must be kidding me, right?
Oh,
he says, everything will be given to you. 2001, it happened.
Okay.
So I go to New York. There's a big celebration. He's well known all over the world.
Okay.
And everybody's looking for me. And I say, what? I'm like a nobody.
Yeah.
So they said, oh, because you registered the website, we want it back. That's how I got attention of this biggest guy in the world.
No way.
So I said, and that's when he was selling these coins for $400. Because he said, so I said, okay. I said, it is for you. I registered. He says, we don't care. We want it back. So when they took it back, I said, okay, I will give it to you, but give me a coin.
Right.
So he gave me a coin under the back. I thought that was so crazy,
Right.
how he could have expired it. But you know what happened? He died March 19, 2000. So I think that's when he said, before his death, I told him, are you the one playing me? I said, always I would hear things, and he laughed and he just cleared my right ear. But he said to me, when I come across a person who teaches the highest truth, to go see them physically at least once in my life. So when my teacher in energy, everything happens in energy before I even encounter them, okay? So he, in 2014 itself, sent out his troops, which looked like a big-faced girl with the air hostess thing, and she put her hand on her heart, and she had a grass ring. And I thought it was a floral ring. Usually when you have suits and dressy pants, formal, you never wear a flower for a ring. So that confused me. So actually all this happens in energy. So I went here, and that's when I found actually she was wearing a grass. So it's called holy dirt grass. So then she asked me to join her team. And that's when I realized my ancestors are divine architects. They call it Vishwakarma. And their descendant star system is called Ashwini. Ashwini are two horsemen who are the greatest surgeon. They did the first brain surgery in the other worlds. And so that descendant, because my star when I was born is Ashwini. And Ashwinis always are able to communicate with horse face, pig face, boar face, entire. We have a special animal communication. From not only from this world, the other worlds as well. So then it kind of made sense because they had ancestral knowledge of surgery, herbs. So anything I ask for comes to me. So when she came, she asked me to redesign my logo shirt. And she said, I can. I said, I don't like Indian colors. Usually they do gold and red. And I find it very overpowering. If you see monks, they always wear orange, burgundy and stuff. And I really didn't want those colors. So she says, design the way you want. So I did. I picked up those grass. The green ones are here, the dry grass. So that became my palette. So that became my logo. This happened in 2014. And I went to India and I stole the chronosphere a lot of times. Prayer thread. And being a smart aleck, I came here and I registered a trademark for it. Which is a violation of million. And I called it nobody's business.
Oh my God.
And then prayer threads is my trademark. And that's how I got entangled with a lot of time. Who's my teacher. Somehow, see, the energies knew what I was doing. And so he called me in 2016. And he told me, if you don't come, he says, you will lose either your child or your family. Whatever is preventing you from coming, you're going to lose it. Whether it's a job. And thank God I went. Really, Dr. Doe would have made me lose my license. My eldest one, that's when the alcoholism was really getting out of hand. So both I could have lost and I got it back. And then he took one look at my trademark. I wanted it to be blessed by him. He says that belongs to me. He swapped.
Oh my God.
So he took it and he gave me another one with his picture, so I would be protected, so I wouldn't be hurt by the worldly problem. So he sent me back. And then, I told you, July 1st, another portal opened. And I was babysat with this guy. And he came and told me, what is it you want? I said, I'm really overwhelmed. My debts, seriously.
Right.
All the others, I don't care because Dr. Doe, he
Right.
still owes me $230,000. And I was in poverty for the past 3 years. And I said to him, that is what is overwhelming me.
Right.
So he told me, there are only two rules he gave. He says, I have assumed your debt already.
Yeah.
He says, whatever food you need, I am providing you that nourishment for life.
Yeah.
And I was chewing a grass. He says, the grass you're chewing is me,
Yeah, yeah.
And I got very shy afterwards.
Yeah.
It's like that intimate he was. And then he told me to signify our, what is it called, coming together. He asked me to wear a green robe. So like how the mother energy gave me this,
Yes.
he said it would be important for me to wear yards and yards of this robe.
Okay.
So
That's
my
pretty cool.
uniform changed because
Okay.
for some reason he wanted me to announce to the world how we came together.
Okay.
So then in India, only two things. One is like, auspicious, meaning like they even greet like this. Your hand is like this together.
Okay.
And then he says, like, see how in America you say, Lord, let my hand be thy hand. Like, let me serve your people. Like, kind of like that.
Right.
In India, it is called kum, meaning like it's a coconut.
Okay.
And then this is body of water.
Okay.
So essentially, you're saying, I am blessing you with prosperity and wisdom. So like it's like whenever you greet anybody,
Yeah.
you don't greet like good morning or you kumbh means literally means water pitcher with seed, coconut seed.
Okay.
So that's why I put like a lot of coconuts there.
Yep. Okay.
There, the hanging part. See the
Oh.
coconut
Yeah.
on the window
This one right here.
with the spider plant and coconut
Yes.
in the middle.
Yep.
And
Oh,
I
yeah,
also
yeah, yeah.
I
see
also
it,
have
I see
another
it.
coconut there.
Yep.
So that's the way we greet
Oh.
because we consider everybody who comes into our energy area as a god themselves.
Okay.
So you say, I offer you the wealth, wisdom, and prosperity. Whatever I share.
Okay.
So he said, my debts will be paid off. This is not to worry. But he also told me by 2034, I need to return back to them. And I have no idea what to think of it because whether it is physically I'll be gone or whether I need to commit myself to spirituality, I cannot figure it out. So I actually, being a smart aleck again, I said, can I ask for extension? They didn't answer. So that's how it ended. And then, so in India, they have a custom where you wear your turmeric or whatever it is, like sandalwood and stuff.
Yeah.
But the thing that I am opposed to is when your husband dies, you cannot wear it anymore. Widows are not allowed to wear.
Okay.
So I decided I'm not going to follow a custom that discriminates women
Right.
for a certain status. So my teacher in turn took that project and he says, daily you will create auspiciousness. Like meaning like they believe when your husband is not alive, you're not auspicious anymore. Like almost you lose your status. And I didn't want to get involved with the religion that dictates when I'm considered good and when I'm considered bad.
Exactly.
So I decided to not do that, and my teacher said, no, I'm going to change it. He says, wear it on top of your forehead, and you will be daily auspicious. So that kind of healed me.
Okay.
And he said, I am the extension of that portal that opened.
Okay.
And he says, and I was telling them last night, like I said, the days are so fast.
Right.
I feel I cannot keep up with that energy.
Yeah.
So I said, is there a way I can cross the time portal so my days are like a little bit like slower than this pace? I cannot keep up with. So one of the things my teacher was granting everybody, not just me, is that make our days into 48 hours instead of 24 hours.
Okay.
So he says the way we would eat. So before I used to eat only in the evenings, right? Like I shared with you guys. So instead to eat every 16 hours. So he said, like if I'm doing a meal today morning, Just we kind of do it at night when you go to bed. You don't eat for like 12 hours anyway.
Right.
So he says like instead of doing it that way, keep it 16 hours. Stretch it out like as much as you can. And he says that will allow you to dictate when you want to die by prolonging the eating habit. Automatically, your body uses the energy in such a way that you would ask for when you're going to be dying rather than automatically accidentally die.
Right.
So that's one thing that was given to me. And then I was watching financials and stuff. So there is a new software I'm going to get involved in to buy back my own debt. It's called Debt Shredder.
Okay.
So those programs. So I feel that's enough for me, financially. And here I'll come into till 2034. I started my mushroom farm. Yesterday also we had blue oysters and regular oysters. I cooked my.
Did you sell them any yet, or did you sell
I
them?
feel like I was planning to, but then I really want to understand how to create so that I see that one is supposed to produce 30 the reishi mushroom.
Yeah.
She said I can raise 30 crops.
Okay.
But with the oyster mushroom, which was the block I bought from Westford,
Yeah.
I already raised like 20, just like a little one. This one, if it is fresh and it's 30,
Yeah.
I can easily do 1,000
Wow.
because
Awesome.
you don't need like that much, and that's what I figured out.
Okay.
So I felt I really want to do it the right way.
Right.
And so once I perfected, I went and got the cigarette lighter, those little jars.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's $1. So if I can put a mushroom and have it grown perfectly,
Right.
I can sell each one like for $5.
Yeah.
So I would make more money.
Right.
So I have to perfect that. And mushroom is like my farming in future.
Okay.
And that one is shiitake. That one is reishi. Shiitake is very good for cancer. Reishi is for liver. And lion's made for addiction.
Really?
So I'm going to focus on oyster mushroom antioxidant.
Okay.
And then turkey tail for breast cancer. So and I grew turkey tail at home.
Wow.
So I have all the mushroom. And then there is something called honey mushroom, which is so tasty.
Really?
I have it in my
I didn't
yard.
know there was those many kind of mushrooms.
Yeah, so I already grow them. So now I understood how to work with each of them. And so yesterday I made a very nice dish with eggplant. So you cut eggplant, you add mushrooms and Monterey seasoning,
Okay.
salt and pepper,
Yeah.
and then olive oil, drizzle them.
Yeah.
And then I added rhubarb instead of tomato.
Okay.
It gives a very nice flavor. And then both young rhubarb leaves, because old leaves have more oxalate in them, so it creates kidney stones. So you want it not very tart leaves. So and then my friend sent me avocado, so I sliced up avocado dough. So I did it in the oven because the mushroom has to be cooked over 220 to break down.
Okay.
So I did 350 degrees for 12 minutes. And then once it breaks down, then you put it in the pan with the oil drizzle,
Right.
and then do like how Chinese do. Literally like 5 minutes.
Would you make a stir fry out of it?
No. What you do is in the oven, right?
Right. Break it down.
The mushroom has to be heated more than 220. That's when the skin breaks.
Okay.
So only for mushroom I did it 350 because I cannot really judge the store temperature.
Yeah.
So I would do literally for 12 minutes. 12 minutes this, so you put it in aluminum foil
Okay.
and seal it. So the steam will come and break it, right?
Okay.
And then you take it and in the pan use olive oil and turmeric and dump the whole thing. And then just like a flash, how Chinese does like a flash fry.
Okay.
So what it is the skin gets like a little softer.
Right.
The eggplant is kind of funny. Only the skin needs to cook. All the other becomes too mushy. Huh?
Not too.
Yeah. And I did eggplant and rhubarb yesterday. Very tasty. And a rhubarb I grow in my yard.
Eggplant in half, long, scoop out the stuff, and then make your own, you get what you scoop out, fry in a pan with some breadcrumbs, olive oil, salt, pepper, garlic, you fry it in the pan, you put it back in the eggplant, and you bake it.
Oh, very nice.
There's so many
Next
things
time,
to do.
see what I did was I did Montreal seasoning because it has salt and pepper.
Uh-huh.
And then I did little avocado, rhubarb leaves and rhubarbs for the sourness because I like the eggplant with little sour.
Yeah.
And then eggplant, I chopped it into little slices, and I added oyster mushrooms, blue oysters, and then I put it in the baking sheet with the aluminum foil so the steam will get in. Then I fried afterwards. So then, so the whole thing took me literally like 20 minutes to cook. And then I make spam, which is my comfort food. I do spam. I fry it really long. I know, but it really goes very well with little veggies, salt, and rice. I had rice. I'm not supposed. I grew up in a family that never eats meat. Okay, so until my 30s, I never ate meat. Now, because I'm not supposed to eat any meat, it doesn't matter. I violate everything. I'm saying, might as well, bring every law in the world. So, but my son, he loves my spam. My middle one, he's going back to school, so his girlfriend came over. So he tells everybody, you have never eaten my mom's spam.
Teach her how to make it for him.
I actually showed them, but I also add for flavor one Scotch bonnet pepper, so it gives a nice smell. So that's what I served them: the eggplant, spam, and rice. And I also showed them they have Brazilian corned beef hash in Aldi.
Yeah.
So I wanted them to, and in Aldi, the spam is called luncheon meat.
Around here, there's an Aldi. I know there's one out by Ted.
I know.
Is it Fishburne?
What we doing?
Yeah, really.
I like their, it's so cheap.
Yeah.
So their spam is called luncheon meat. It's like $1.89.
Yeah.
The corned beef hash, their version, which is from Brazil, is $4, $3.69. So I wanted my kids to see the difference.
Right.
One is beef, one is pork. So I cooked both, but they kind of didn't favor the Brazilian, the beef version, but they like the pork. Pork is a little sweeter.
Yeah.
But I like it. The saltiness makes it really very attractive in the rice. So I told them how to eat and stuff.
Nice.
We had a good time, and actually, I think so. I kind of covered nutrition because when kids eat what you cook, it is such a pleasure,
Yeah.
My eldest one doesn't eat what I cook. So he was saying, he was a little stressed. He says, Mom, when I go to, he's in an audio engineering program. He says he starves himself because he doesn't have money till the evening. And I told him, Ricky, I said, that's not all right. And I said, I will give you a card. This week was tax-free weekend. I said, I'll give you a fast food card. Tell me where you want to go. He says, I want McDonald's. The max you can put in is $50. I said, I'll load it up for you each time you run out. He was so happy. And so this way
I'm sorry, what was it called? What kind of card?
McDonald's.
Oh, like a gift card from McDonald's. Oh.
Yeah.
So I feel I feel I don't need to worry about him starving. Because that's all as a mother I want to do. My
You
kids
can't learn
food.
like that.
So I cooked for one kid and I gave a gift card for one kid, and I feel my job as a mother. The youngest one went for camping with my husband.
Nice.
And so I'm kind of wrapping up what all I did this weekend.
Yeah.
And financial wise, China is going to emerge as the new financial market. They said invest in China. So they were calling China's autocratic capitalism. That is, you have a head, which is dictatorship, which is autocratic, but capitalistic country, which is a very new term. I have never been heard So whereas in America we are having poverty. You know, it's it's supposed to be a capitalist country,
Right.
but they said September 1st, Trump is signing a bill that will allow private investors to invest in cannabis business. So they feel there is a $340 billion going to come towards cannabis.
Wow.
So that's one thing that's going to happen in America because we are all hit with a very bad recession. Right now, money is not moving at all. Like, so I was looking into financials and stuff. So the financial thing I want to get involved is there's a program called Debt Shredder, which is you put in like the numbers and it will tell you how to pay off, how much according to the money you have. Which I already did it in the past, but I'm gonna seriously get involved with that. And then I was in Bellingham. They are opening a urgent care. You can do cash or I feel I'll commit to working there once a week. I apply for a job until I pay off my debts. So that way, like, you know, my debt management, one day a week I'm going to go to work to pay off my debts. Huh? It's an urgent care, so physician.
A physician?
Yeah, anything you have, like you have wraps and stuff, so you can come in wound care, you can do pain management. So it's not like a walk-in, it's urgent care. You don't need to have primary care.
Yeah.
So you can walk in, they take insurance, and the first visit is $150.
Yeah.
But afterwards, like, you know, it goes by like a la carte, like $75.
Yeah.
But if you go to ER, it's the same.
But my husband went the other day, we had to get 15 stitches, and we went to the urgent care, and they were wonderful in Florida. And they only, like, whenever you're my insurance, like, if I went to the emergency room, it would be $50. So that was his.
So yeah, we do
Okay,
take
yeah.
insurance, but the thing is, sometimes people don't have insurance.
Right.
So you can use HSA account like how you're doing.
Yeah.
So whether you go to when you go to ER, the bill is $1,500. Otherwise, like, you know, urgent care is cheaper.
Yeah.
So that way, I'm like, you know, I'm trying to see how they are doing so I can do it.
Right.
And so that is what I'm working in healthcare. And like I said about energy, I'm working like, you know, on debt management and also energetically to do the right thing by each person, whatever they want to manifest through me, to work like, you know, towards that. And nutrition wise, keep my days 48 hours instead of 24. So this is the wrap up of what I did over the weekend.
Remember?
Because it's a lot and I find it exhausting, huh?
When do you sleep?
I actually, this weekend I was supposed to clean my room. My room is a mess.
So fun.
I have not done it.
Yeah, well,
Because
when
I
you
was
never have
Crazy
time.
around. Everything is gonna be in its spot. I said,
Yeah, my home is a mess. So you know what annoys me is the most important thing. I cannot find it.
Right.
Because in my mind I said, oh, that's very important. I put it somewhere.
Right.
And that's what drives me crazy.
Yes,
It's not
yeah.
like
And then
so
you
there
can't
is
find
no
it.
like system to my organization.
That's what I'm like. I
Yeah.
got a whole pile of trash. I know, not trash, but stuff, purple,
Right, right.
in the corner. And I know exactly what's in it.
Really?
And
That's too
if I went, my granddaughter goes in my room. I'm at work, I'll come home and say, who was in my room?
Oh,
Yeah, you're like my mom.
Who was in my
Oh
room?
my God.
So
And
you
they'll
said
look
no.
at me and go, how
How do you know? I know where my stuff is,
Yeah.
even though it might be there, but I
And my
know
wife
it's
was
mine.
around.
You have a method to your madness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
When
this
my-
is
yeah, when all my kids move back home, I mean, I'm only in a small 3-bedroom house,
Right.
and they all come home, and I mean, my bedroom became my whole apartment.
I'm in the same situation.
That's what my daughter, her and the babies and them so began out the next couple of weeks. I said, thank you, Lord, thank you, I
Good dog.
love you.
The little girl?
Just
Three girls? Oh my goodness.
Oh, man.
The little one?
But you think I got 6 granddaughters?
What? How many kids do you have?
Well,
Wow.
I got 6 granddaughters.
Oh my God.
so you guys share now that I did a big wrap up.
So
So what are you going to work on? Like I have told you, general agenda.
I don't. Working on life.
That's what I am.
No, but like next week, what are you going to open up yourself to?
I don't know. You know, I just take it day by day. I can't even go next week.
My boss tells me all the time, he goes, Scott, you got so much going on. You need to stop.
Yeah.
He goes, you need to stop, think about what you're doing, even at work. I got so much going on at work. He goes, you can't focus on
Yeah.
one thing. He goes, because you're trying to do 12 different things at one time. He goes, once you come in to be able to talk to that,
Yeah.
he called me. He goes, Scott, I'm just going to tell you, Tuesday when you come in, sit at your desk. He goes, write me down everything that you have.
To me, like you always have to have your head going while your head's gonna go something wrong.
Oh, yeah, I got
See, that's all.
Yeah.
See, the reason I'm bringing it up is today, 8/19/19, there's a portal that opened literally in time, and it closes 9/19/19. If you can understand your soul, what is your purpose about, we'll be working on it for next 13 years. Because 2006, that portal opened, okay? So mine was to rearrange dysfunction of family. I'll come here. I'm releasing that because I have a good system now. I understand what is recovery. Recovery can only happen if you understand what you lost. Right. So, like, I understood what I would lose was my kids. So they became my priority. So I put everything on hold to raise my kids. Right. So now, two are in college. This weekend, Friday, I had to come up with $16,450. I was so overwhelmed because that's the next quarter. So I had to apply for me for loan. I got $10,000. FAFSA, and then I have to put the rest, whatever they cover, in the credit card. So I now went and asked for credit limit increase. So the final amount, right now, already Massachusetts gave me $10,000 as a loan, which I have to pay $100 a month for 30 years. I forgot. Which is not bad. FAFSA we applied yesterday, so I don't know how much they're going to give based on my income, and then the rest will go into my credit card. So this is what I was doing, but that's because 2006 that was my goal. So essentially now, and my husband is in charge of the eldest one's school fees, so he's paid. So I at least have only one kid. Now, the third one would be coming up the minute we pay off the loans for college, right? So we are slammed it one by one. But we have 2 more years for the youngest one to come into college. And by the time, hopefully, the middle one will be done with college. So my husband says another 8 years you're going to be working.
I got all your kids.
No. The eldest one is 20. The middle one is 19. The youngest one is 16.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought your youngest one was side college. Which one's the musician? Who's one that?
The eldest one, 20. The guy in the middle with the check.
I look at those. If you look at that picture, every one of your kids look like the over 18.
See, that is the real picture. The middle one, the youngest one, who's in the middle with his knee folded, and the middle one is last but two, so you could see the real. See, that is my mother-in-law. Went very near the Thanksgiving, and so when they blow it up, it looks very adult. But actually, the real stature, where that kid with the cooling glass right next to him is Chris, the one here. And then the youngest one is in the floor.
You got Ricky, Chris.
The eldest one is Ricky. The middle one is Chris. The youngest one is Sasha. Sasha is going to be class president. He was voted very popular. I mean, already fundraised, got $500 for watching and stuff. So he's pretty, but they work very hard. He will wake up 5 in the morning to run, and he non-stop works for his school. So I feel sometimes exhausted looking at them. How you guys do, because they will do core building, they will do weightlifting, they will run, and they will only eat provided they increase their calorie. Otherwise, they wouldn't eat protein. They'll say, Mom, we need to eat according to what we do for metabolism. They're very particular about how we make it. And last night, Ricky was whole night making music.
Wow.
Today morning, when I woke up 6 o'clock, 6:20, he was still working on his computer.
I would love to hear it. Wow.
Oh, he actually, rickbrown.club, you can hear. He has his own Spotify account.
Nice.
So, but anyway, I'm talking about my family. You guys need to tell me your agenda for next 90 days because I'm telling you, the energy portal is opening, like I said, for 13 more years.
Thank you.
For 13 more years, we'll be working on this portal. So because this is the first time the Saturn, Jupiter is coming into alignment with, they call it planet X. They don't know what exactly is this planet. It's coming into horizon. They've never had this experience before, it seems. This is what originally the three wise men saw and Jesus was created. But I feel personally, it's like many places disclosure is happening, right? Like things are coming up.
Oh, yeah.
You cannot hide truth anymore.
Nope.
So every country, like, China is emerging as a financial market. Japan is emerging as an architect of the world, architects, because Japanese architecture, because they are so crowded, their train system is superb. Like, they have like very good housing system.
Yeah.
And they have capsule motels. So China took that and they have the speed bullet trains. Nowhere else is available.
Yeah.
And India is going to come up with completely solar-based train. So it will be free. India is going to focus on bullet train with solar energy. So you would have free transport all over India, which is like, they are going to build tourism. And India, the way they are emerging is democratic syncretism. That is allowing all religion to have its own representation in a democratic country. Whereas China is autocratic capitalism. So you could see, financial market will be in China. Right. Morality and behaviors will be in India. And so I think we are going to get like an exposure to all these beautiful things.
Right.
So Americans, we would be very good as wellness tourism, medical tourism. We can go to anywhere in the world to reset our bodies. We really do. There is no limitation. Americans, right now, our major issue is recycling. They said we have so much plastic garbage in Hawaii. They are overwhelmed. They don't know what to do. That's why I started my Samatsan garden, because mushroom is the only way to recycle. So I feel personally recycling and making energy would be our next agenda.
Yeah.
We need to create. And Middle East, again, is partnering with India to create, like, what they have decided, United Arab Emirates, to emulate India in creating a financial resurrection, because they are hit with poverty, UAE, because their oil markets are drying out and people are not buying it. If it is solar, you're not going to buy. So what United Arab Emirates, and there was a guy in India who went bankrupt, financial guy, very big, and India refused to accept bankruptcy from him. So they said, we can restructure you, but now you cannot pull the bankruptcy card anymore. So he joined UAE to create the fastest internet that is going to be 1 gigabyte. And in America, the fastest is 90 megabytes, it seems. So they in India are going to start with 100 megabytes, slowest speed, like our 2G, right?
Yeah.
Same way, India 2G is going to be 100 megabyte, which is 10 more than US.
Okay.
And then the fastest one is going to be 1 gigabyte.
Okay.
And the 100 megabytes is going to cost them $10. $10 per month. Can you imagine?
Wow.
$10 per month. They're going to come up with their own smartphones.
Wow.
So everything will be Wi-Fi based. So if you have Wi-Fi, you can do your business, your phone calls, so you're off the grid. And with the solar power, you would have no utility bill.
Wow.
So they are going further ahead in India. In another 5 years, and their waterways, they're going to bring it back to drought area.
Yeah.
So water is not going to be a problem. Recycling is going to be, they banned from January 1st, no plastic bags allowed in India, jute bags. So I think they are focusing on world welfare. And I feel we need to understand what is one cause I want to work with. For me, financial, I feel bottom line, if we have money, we can do anything.
Tewksbury like that. Tewksbury, Wilmington, North, running. It's plastic bag free. You can't use plastic bag.
Oh, really?
I say, how much the hell I can't even go, because I don't, like,
Lowell does that too.
Lowell does, it's weird because Lowell's giving like these to CVS, these all the straws, and love them.
Right.
And so it's going to be interesting, our future. But I think this is what I'm focusing on, debt elimination. And making my own food, whether it's mushroom or my own farming. This is going to be my focus. So you guys need to understand what is the one thing you want to focus on, because once I understand, I'll make it manifest for you guys. Like social financing, $5,000 daily invest. So I feel if we can create our own labor to labor program, I can oversee you reaching the next stage.
Yeah.
It might take 2-3 years, but if you don't understand where you want to go, you are going to be never reaching that. You understand? So can you work on it and tell me? Because remember, this is only for 1 month, and then afterwards we can say, hey, this is your original agenda. Let's bring it back. So that way, I mean, you don't need to be stuck. But I feel if you understand why you are making choice, you can get out ahead. But if you never understood, you'll be always caught up with distractions.
There was a community, and I have cyst and tendonitis. I'm holding the baby.
Do you? Oh, is it because of the baby? Because I wondered.
I take mutation.